I love how through the knife you can feel how fudgy these are. Ooh, sugar's gone everywhere. Well, these are so fudgy, so rich. Hi guys, today we are going to be making brownies, but not just any brownies. Today I'm going to be making Broma Bakery's better than boxed brownies, which you can see I've got some left over. I made these the other day and they came out so good. Look at that. Crinkly top. They're so fudgy, they're so chocolatey, they smell amazing, and I'm kicking myself for not filming me making these for the first time. So I'm gonna film the process today and hopefully they come out as good the second time. So first of all, I'm gonna preheat my oven and we are going to get to making. Fun fact, I was studying this recipe for 5 days to make sure I understand what I'm doing and how it comes together. So I'm super excited. So first what we're going to do is we're going to mix our sugar and our butter. So we are going to do 1 cup of caster sugar. Now Broma Bakery mentions using granulated sugar, but upon research I found out that granulated sugar in the UK is caster sugar, I think. So I'm using caster sugar. I use caster sugar to make these, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 1 cup. Well, I think in her recipe I think she uses like 1 1/4 cup. She does everything in 1 bowl, but I did things over 2 bowls. Ooh, sugar's gone everywhere. Feels like a lot of sugar, but trust me, it's not a lot of sugar. So I've got 1 cup of sugar. I'm just gonna like put an extra bit of sugar in there. Look at the state of this place. Just give this a bit. Bear in mind, I have never made brownies successfully before until this recipe, so I'm extra excited about this. And I've been baking for about 2 years. I think I started baking like 2024 and I've not been able to make brownies in that whole time. They're one of the first things that I tried to bake. Next she says to do a tablespoon or something of butter. I think this is about 100 grams of butter. I'm gonna break it up. Probably should be more room temp, but hey ho, pop that in there. She says that this part is the most important part of the recipe because this is what gives the brownies that crinkly top, and having done this recipe once with a crinkly top, I can see that it is an important step. Should I do all of the butter? No, yeah, why not? I'm going to put in all of the butter. So this is what the bowl looks like. I'm going to put this in the microwave for 1 minute. I'm going to let that melt in together. And I'm going to mix this stuff together. Give it a good old whisk and make sure that all of the butter and the sugar is nicely incorporated. Give that a good old mix. So next I'm going to chop up some chocolate. I'm using a mixture of dark chocolate and milk chocolate. I don't know how much chocolate to use. You want these to be really chocolatey, so I'm basically doing a whole bar of chocolate, give or take. Just as much chocolate as possible. And we're gonna chop, chop, chop. Gonna put this chocolate into the bowl with the sugar and the butter. Put this into the microwave for about 1 minute. Do 30 seconds. The bowl is looking like this, so I'm gonna put this back into the microwave for about another 30 seconds. Maybe even like 20 seconds, just while I get myself situated. So now I'm gonna pour this all in here. So I've got a proper bowl so I can like mix everything together. Scrape my bowl. I'm gonna give this a quick stir. So I've mixed in all of the chocolate and you can see it's kind of grainy. So now I'm gonna get 2 eggs from the fridge and I'm gonna crack them just straight into the bowl. And then you need to whisk fast for about 1 minute, she says. I'm gonna mix quickly so that the eggs dissolve into the sugar and the chocolate until it gets kind of glossy. Oh, that looks so nice. That looks absolutely gorgeous. And you can see how it's nice and glossy and it doesn't look as like grainy. So that looks so nice. And at this point, I'm gonna add a pinch of salt. I feel like salt and chocolate are the perfect combination, so I don't think there's such thing as too much salt. And then a dribble of vanilla extract. Nice. I'll do a little bit more. Give it another small mix. Once that's nice and mixed and it's looking gorgeous, I'm gonna do dry ingredients. So for dry ingredients, it is plain flour, and we're gonna do 3/4 of a cup of flour. So basically just not a full cup. It's about 3/4 of a cup. And then 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. I used this cocoa powder last time. I didn't love it, so I'm gonna do a small bit of this, and then I'm gonna see if I can mix it with something else. I've got an old cocoa powder that I got from Aldi, God knows how long ago. I'm just gonna use some of this, which I much prefer the chocolate on this. Dump that in. I think this is probably closer to like 1/2 cup of cocoa powder as opposed to 1/4 cup, but whatever. And then I'm gonna fold this in until just combined. My goal is that once I perfect this recipe, I can start playing around with other brownie recipes and start adding things like nuts, pistachios, walnuts, peanuts, even coffee and small things like that. There's still some pockets of flour and chocolate, so I want to make sure that I've incorporated those. This looks so freaking good. Okay, so just combined. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in a couple more chocolate chunks. So I'm going to put this to the side and I'm going to chop up some chocolate. I actually do have chocolate chips, but there is something about chopping up your own chocolate that I just think cannot be beaten. Again, I'm going to double up on milk chocolate and dark chocolate. And I'm going to gently fold in my chocolate chips. Oh, this is so fudgy. Make sure everything is folded in. Nice. Nice, nice. I'm going to use a small baking tray. Dump that in. How chocolatey this is. Ooh. No. Shit. Okay, look. Put this. Get that in all the nooks and crannies. I always say. Scrape the bowl, scrape the spoon, scrape everything because it's just that extra bit bite more. This looks so good. I probably spend like 10 minutes just scraping everything. This is so freaking good. This looks amazing. This looks gooey. This looks rich. This looks like it's going to taste really good. Okay, nice. Yummy. And now I'm going to put this in the oven for about 20 minutes. Last time I did 20 minutes, I'll do the same this time. Now for the moment of truth. I'm nervous, but let's open up the oven together and see if we have a crinkly top. Ooh! Dun da da dun! We have a crinkly top. All crinkled and good. Eek. Oh, that looks absolutely gorgeous. We have a nice, gorgeous crinkly top. If you could smell the kitchen right now, my kitchen smells so nice, so chocolatey, delightful. So anyway, now I'm gonna, seeing the crinkly top, I am in bits. It looks so good. Anyway, now I'm gonna let the brownies cool. It is 5:10, so I'm not gonna be eating these really anytime soon, maybe in the next 2 hours. So at about 7, we're gonna cut into them, take a bite and see how they compare to the OG ones that I made last week. Guys, so excited. But anyway, yeah, gonna let this now cool for a couple of hours. Gorgeous. I can't even lie, it's not even been 1 hour, but it's time to cut in. This looks so good. I love how crackly the top is. This is just delightful. Oh, and it feels fudgy AF, like just getting the knife through that. Good. I actually don't know how to cut in a straight line. That is giving delightful. I'm gonna put this back into the container actually because I'm like cutting through. I love how through the knife you can feel how fudgy these are. That looks so good. Oh, let me taste a bit that came off on the knife. Mmm. These taste so good. Let me take this tiny corner. Look at how fudgy that is. So good. Oh. Oh my god. That is so good. Mate. These brownies are so good. I'm going to have this recipe linked down below and up in the cards. So make sure you check it out. Make sure you make this recipe. If you have ever struggled to make brownies, this is the only brownie recipe that you need. Broma Bakery, thank you so much for putting this recipe, this video out on the internet, because you have single-handedly changed my life. These are so freaking good. Oh my god. I am now going to eat dinner and then come back and scarf down the whole lot. Also bear in mind that I still have these guys to finish as well. So good. Yum. I'm back. Just finished eating dinner. I already had a square, but I'm gonna have some more brownie because these were so freaking good. Got my little saucer. These are so good. Oh, and they're still warm. Because I cut them so small, I literally have to take like 5 of them. They're so thick. Oh, this is a good piece because you can see the chocolate inside. Oh my god. Yummy. That flaky top. Oh. Oh my god. These are so fudgy, so rich. These are so good. Wow. And these aren't even all that sweet. This is so good. And actually this new batch tastes better than the batch I made previously. I'm gonna try an old one. Well, these are so good. Oh my god, what the hell? They do taste better like a few days afterwards as well. Oh. Yeah, I definitely prefer the ones I made today because they don't have a weird aftertaste, which I know is from the cocoa powder, because that's the only thing that I've done differently to this recipe. Oh. I'm in heaven. Make these. You're gonna love them. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.